Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time for making this a priority, whether you had to put the kids down for a nap or arrange for a babysitter, drive to a coffee shop to get your Wi-Fi, whatever you had to do to be here, we truly appreciate that. So I'm here. Hopefully you're here along with me for the same reasons, to help you better improve your health, improve your family's health, keep your kids healthy. I'm here today because I want you to know that you have a choice. There's been a lot of times where I didn't realize I had a choice. I'm here today to help moms be better moms and dads be better dads and grandpas and teachers and so on. Because I was that wigged out, stressed out mom who spent the morning yelling at her kids to get ready for school. So my own personal experience with essential oils, specifically with doTERRA, started with Serenity. It helped me be a better mom and a nicer mom in the morning, trying to get my kids to stay on task and get to school on time. It kind of evolved into this. Every time we would walk into school or that morning would start, my body anticipated the routine of what would normally happen, and it created heightened levels for me of stress, and it was really hard to get that to come down. So not only did it made me a better mom physically when I started using oils, but it made me a better mom in that I could really be there for my kids because doTERRA provided me with an income and a flexible schedule. If you're thinking you'd like to do what I'm doing, just talk to me. You can send me a message. I'd be glad to share. So that's kind of where my heart is in all of this, to help you better care for those you love with tools that actually work. I think we all want natural solutions to work, but sometimes we get a little disappointed in the results. My husband and I were 10 years into our natural health journey. We have 3 kids, 3 girls, in fact. We use a lot of oils in our house for mood. Ages are 12, 10, and 20 months. We've been using essential oils since November of 2012 for pretty much anything that we would go into a clinic for. We use them just as much for preventative care and mood support as we do for life's little everyday emergencies. With all the different hats that we moms wear, essential oils have simply been a lifesaver for me. I can't even think of what we did before the oils. So I mentioned that our natural health journey, we've been on it for about 10 years, and that's actually when our middle daughter, Amber, was born. So when Amber was born, she would cry every 45 minutes during the night, and just scream, blood-curdling scream in the middle of the night. We didn't know what was going on. She never had normal stools. We didn't sleep, a lot of postpartum on my part, but it took us a while to figure out what was the issue. She started seeing a chiropractor since age 1 month. And it wasn't until she was 3 years old that we did a blood panel, and we were found the results that she was gluten intolerant. So we did an IgG test that tests the sensitivity of food, so it's not necessarily a full-blown allergy, but you can be sensitive to foods, and it can take up to 3 days to see that react or manifest in your physical body. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but that was how we found that out. And then we just really started from that point forward, paying attention to what we put in our bodies, on our bodies, and around our bodies. So we realized that doTERRA's mission is to make essential oils mainstream, and it really starts from in the home, from empowering mamas and dads just like you in the home. Here's what we've used the essential oils for in our home, and believe it or not, dads do like to be empowered. It's funny because once I started teaching about essential oils, I would take all of my oils with me, and I really left no tools for him at home. So we have multiple sets of oils all over the place. So let me ask you a question. So what are you here for? You've made this webinar a priority. What did you want to learn? What answers are you looking for? And if you just want to write your intentions down and keep them in mind as we share, we're going to talk about what essential oils are, how to use them, and why you would even want to. We're also going to talk about some specific oils for kids and share some helpful tips, but should I miss anything on your specific area of interest, please let me know. So are you giving away your power? Sometimes it feels like this, right? During certain times of the year, like with back to school or during the holidays or even during summer when the kids are away at camp. You feel like you lose a little bit of your control as a parent with all that our kids are exposed to. This time of year, being that it's back to school, it's more bugs and boogers and boo-boos, and even those creepy crawly surprises that we get. Maybe into the holidays, then it gets more sugar and less than ideal diets. Our kids are also getting less sleep and having more stress. So we get all of those fun attitude and emotional ups and downs that come along with this specific time of year, which is back to school. All of these things have an effect on our kids' bodies and their immune systems. And it affects the whole family. And so you can take back control of your family's health with essential oils. So I've noticed that people fall in a wide range of spectrum, okay? On one end, we have people that are really into natural health care, so much so that they think doctors and prescriptions are evil. Then on the other end, you have people so much into Western medicine that they think anything natural is voodoo. And you also have people in the middle that might sometimes lean one way or the other. In fact, if you would think about yourself, where do you kind of see yourself on that spectrum? It's probably helpful for you to know that I fall on that spectrum, kind of in the middle. Sometimes I lean more to doctors and prescriptions are evil. But I don't think that when the earth was created, it was left medicineless. I truly believe that we have everything we need to care for ourselves and to keep ourselves balanced and healthy. And nature has provided us with some amazing and incredible tools to do that with. So certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, I believe, are a natural healthcare solution. When we got our oils, that's what we promised each other. We would go to those first. And then if we didn't see results, then we could reach out to a practitioner that we trusted. So what is an essential oil? Essential oils are natural aromatic compounds found in plants. Not all plants have them. But if you've ever rolled a wintergreen leaf in your fingers or a peppermint leaf, that essential oil is being expressed as you're manipulating that leaf, and that is what you're smelling. They're either steam distilled or cold pressed for extraction. We do cold press the citrus oils so that we can preserve all the delicate compounds that are in them. And they are powerful and safe, providing us benefits without side effects. In fact, a lot of times we might be using an essential oil for a physical or emotional component, and then we're noticing other things improving as a positive side effect to using that essential oil, because there's so many different things that each individual oil can be used for. So essential oil uses, there's 3 ways to use essential oils. One is diffusing in a room, and you can use a diffuser unit for that. They're specifically designed to use with essential oils because certain plastics aren't safe to use with oils. So that is the quickest way to purify or affect the air or change and affect a mood or emotion. And then topically, we can apply directly to the skin during any type of massage, or right directly on a targeted area for a more specific therapy. Bottoms of the feet are also really great places to put essential oils because that's where the biggest pores are on our body. And it's really good for kids too, because they don't tend to put their feet in their face or, put their feet in their mouth. So it's a good way to put essential oils on for children. And then internally, so it's important to know, and we'll get more into this, but that there's different grades of essential oils. Some are manufactured specifically for scent, and they're mimicked in that way, but they do contain a lot of synthetic components. And so you wouldn't want to consume those types of oils or put them on your skin. So you want to make sure that the oil you're consuming is noted that it's safe for internal use. And all of doTERRA's essential oils that are noted for dietary supplementation will have a nutrition label on there, so you know that it's a safe oil to consume. You can do this for more targeted wellness, for immunity or organ support or digestive issues. So why choose a certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil? There's, again, a lot of different essential oils on the market. Some are safe for certain applications and some aren't. So you want to be sure that your essential oils are safe for all applications, which doTERRA's are, unless they are noted not to be consumed internally. Something like maybe the blends, like I'm thinking the soothing blend. That's not something that you would want to necessarily consume. So with certified pure therapeutic grade, there's 2 components. There's certified pure, and then there's therapeutic grade. And it's when these two are married together that we receive this very potent and pure essential oil. So pure meaning that it's completely natural, that there's nothing added in there that would affect your body in a harmful way. There's no artificial ingredients, no synthetic fillers, nothing like that. It's completely 100% pure. And then safe, that it's certified to be free of pesticides and other chemicals. A lot of times there might be insecticide or pesticide residues left in the essential oil when it comes to us as the end consumer. And I want to make sure, as a mom, I want the safest, purest, most effective, products in my home. That's really important to me as a mother because I don't want to have a doubt there. I don't want to have any question in that. Especially when you're talking in very high concentrations like essential oils are. And then we want to make sure that through that testing, harvesting, and distillation process, that nothing as far as the active compounds that we're looking for that therapeutic benefit from have been compromised in any way. We want to make sure that that is preserved. So basically everything that's meant to be in the oil is in there and remains intact, and then nothing that isn't supposed to be in the oils is in there. A little bit on essential oil safety. So they're very safe and gentle to use, again, without side effects. We do want to have a little bit, there's some education though. We don't want to put them in our eyes, in our ears, or up our nose. Diluting with a vegetable oil is always a great idea versus water because, as you probably know this principle, water and oil don't necessarily mix in a safe way. You can create a negative experience if you're putting water on top of your essential oils, because essentially what that's going to do is it's going to repel the oil, which is going to drive it into your cells faster. In some situations, you may want that if you're taking if you want a deep tissue effect and you take a warm bath or something like that, you might want to drive the oils in quicker. But generally, if you're getting it in your eyes, ears, or up your nose, you're going to want to be diluting with the vegetable oil so you're not harming your sensitive tissues. Skin sensitivity is the primary safety issue here. And you can see this chart here on the right side of the chart where it says skin sensitivity. We have that oils can be used topically with no dilution, and that would be considered a neat application. We have S for sensitive, and that would be if you're diluting for a young child or maybe an older person that would have sensitivity in their skin. And then D is like definitely dilute for everybody. These are hot oils. You're not meant to take these straight. And then just following all label directions. So the labels on the bottles do give you a good indication of how to use the essential oil. So when you're introducing oils with children, just like when you introduce new foods, it's a good idea to steer away from those more caution oils or maybe the hotter oils and go towards those that are known to be more gentle. These 16 oils have been generally, experts would agree that these are good essential oils to introduce to children. Sources vary at best. This is probably one of the most frustrating things about using essential oils is you have all these different theories of what should be introduced and when. Some of the more controversial oils with children are eucalyptus, peppermint, and rosemary. And you just want to look at, if there's any pre-existing conditions with any breathing or respiratory issues or epilepsy. My understanding is that you would want to be cautious with those 3 oils specifically. But then if there isn't an issue with that, eucalyptus, that's been one that's come up time and time again, not using with children, but Valerie Ann Warwood in her book Aromatherapy for the Healthy Child, she recommends it for ages 6 months and up. So my recommendation to you is that you know your child more than anyone else. If you even just started with these 16 oils, it's more than enough to get you started with infants and young children, and you can just branch out as necessary from there. We have a rule in our house that we tend to go to the more gentle oils first, but I also have a rule that if I'm diluting it enough, I don't have any oils off limits because I know my child. I know which ones she's sensitive to and which ones she can tolerate. So these are just kind of giving you a good idea to start with. The ones that are starred are citrus oil, and any citrus oils or blends containing them can increase sun sensitivity if you're allowing that skin that you've just applied the oil to be exposed to direct sunlight. So it is advised that you wait at least 12 hours between application of the essential oil and then exposing that skin to the direct sunlight where it was applied. So diluting for little ones, we recommend always starting with the minimum amount of essential oil, and you can always add more if you feel that it's necessary. This is just kind of, I'm going to have actually a couple different diagrams here. Some people choose to measure in tablespoons, some people choose to measure in milliliters, and we're going to go over each of those. So if you like to measure with tablespoons and teaspoons in your home, this is a great slide maybe to take a picture of. Infant to 6 months, a good ratio to start with would be 1 drop of essential oil to 1 tablespoon of carrier. Now a carrier would be any type of vegetable or plant-based oil. I do recommend the fractionated coconut oil because it won't go rancid. It has a very long shelf life, and you're also getting the benefits of the coconut oil within that. So you can order that through companies online. I order mine through doTERRA, and it's very light. It's not sticky or greasy like you would expect from an olive oil or a grapeseed oil. Not that those couldn't be used in an emergency, but my preference is the fractionated coconut, especially when I'm making roller balls, roller remedies. It's just easier to roll it out. I've actually noticed that it mixes very well with the essential oils. I have some massage therapists that have that issue, like their carrier almost separates from the essential oil, and we don't have that experience with the fractionated coconut oil. The viscosity and the weight of the oil, the essential oil and the fractionated are very similar, and so they mix together really well. For 6 months to 2 years, you would want to measure out 1 drop of essential oil per half to 1 teaspoon. Now, what I would recommend is if they're more towards the 2 years, you could be doing 1 drop per half teaspoon. If it's more to the 6 months, then you would do 1 drop per teaspoon. Okay, and you can adjust from there. Again, you can personally adjust the ratio if you feel that you would like it to be stronger or more diluted. These are just suggestions and a great place to start. But please feel free to adjust your carrier oil ratios as you see fit. For ages 2 to 5 years, the ratio will be 1 drop of essential oil per quarter to 1/2 teaspoon of carrier. So if they're 2 years, you would want to do more the 1 drop per half teaspoon, and then 5 years you're doing more of the 1 drop per quarter teaspoon. So using roller bottles, this is where we're going to kind of get into measurements with milliliters, because there's a common roller size, which is a 10 milliliter roller, and that's the taller one. You can also order them in 5 milliliters or 15 milliliters. Again, this is a good place to start, but if you need to adjust, you go right ahead and do that for your child. So ages 6 months to 2 years, you're going to use about a 1/2 drop to 1 drop per milliliter. So when you're filling a roller bottle, you're using about 5 to 10 drops total essential oils in that 10 milliliter roller bottle, and you're filling the rest of it with a carrier. Again, I suggest the fractionated coconut oil. So getting more into this, if they're more the 6 months age, you're going to do like a 1/2 drop per milliliter. So you're going to be more towards the 5 drops in that 10 milliliter roller. When you're getting up more into the 2 years in age, you're going to use about 10 drops. So about 1 drop per milliliter in that roller. Ages 2 to 5 years, you're going to be using about 1 to 2 drops per milliliter. So ages 2 years, you're going to be using the 10 drops in that 10 milliliter roller. And then once they're closer to the 5-year range, you can be looking at 20 drops per 10 milliliter roller. Ages 6 and up, you're going to do 2 to 3 drops per milliliter. So you're looking at a total of 20 to 30 drops in that 10 milliliter roller. And then for an adult or for an older child, maybe 15, 16, up, through adult, you're going to be using 4 to 6 drops per milliliter. So you have a total of 40 to 60 drops in that 10 milliliter roller bottle. This is another quick dilution guide. Again, they're all just a little bit different, but it's good to know these certain things, and then it's helpful, and then you can, adjust your concentration to what fits you best. So this can be found at www.facebook.com/rollerballmakeandtake. You can download it there for quick, easy reference, and it's just, with essential oils and awareness, again, find the routines that fit for you. I thought this was a really good chart and a good way to measure. It's very, in my opinion, very, very conservative. If it was me in my home for ages 1 to 5, I would probably be looking at tripling that. So 6 drops in a 10 milliliter, I would probably do 18 if I had a 5-year-old. So, you know, it's just kind of giving you that range. Adjust as you see fit. Some common measurements I thought that were good to know is 1 teaspoon equals 5 milliliters, 2 teaspoons equals 10 milliliters, and then 3 teaspoons, which is actually a tablespoon, equals 15 milliliters. So those are just some helpful measurements to know. All right, we're going to get into some specific roller remedies, and some of these I've used, actually most of these I've used with my children. And the instructions to this is that just to make it easy for everyone, we're going to follow the ratios as if we were making them for ages 2 and under, because we're going to be using 1 drop per milliliter. Okay, these recipes, just to make it easy, so this is for ages 2 and under, 1 drop per milliliter, or about 10 drops in a 10 milliliter roller. For ages 2 to 5, you're going to double those amounts. For ages 6 and up, you're going to triple these amounts in this recipe, or these recipes, and then for adult, you're going to do 4 to 6 times the amount. Okay, so again, these are for ages 2 and under. So the immunity blend, and anything that's starred has a citrus oil in it. So we just want you to be aware of where you're applying the oils before exposing that child's skin to the direct sunlight. Immunity blend is 3 drops of oregano, 3 drops of the protective blend, which for doTERRA is On Guard, and then 4 drops of lemon. And a great place to apply that would be bottoms of the feet and along the spine. Anything that's affecting your immune system is going to want to hang out along the spine, where it's going to be able to affect your nervous system. So bottoms of the feet along the spine is a really great place to put that blend. The belly blend is a 1-to-1 ratio of wild orange and digestive blend, which is the Digestion with doTERRA. And so you're going to be doing half and half. A good place to put this blend is right over the navel, rubbing it clockwise, because that's the way our digestive tract moves. The focus blend is a 1-to-1 ratio of wild orange and peppermint, and a great place is across the forehead, behind the back of the skull, base of the skull, kind of where the brainstem would be, temples, and then as you're rubbing that in, or they're rubbing it in, having them breathe it aromatically. So they would just cup their hands over their nose and breathe in. And then growing legs, this is a great blend to apply to the calves. And it's 5 drops of white fur and 5 drops of the soothing blend. So that would be the deep blue with doTERRA. The lighten up blend, so this would be a great one to support mood. It's a 1-to-1 ratio of bergamot and wild orange. All of the citrus oils are really great for lifting mood, because if you think of a citrus tree, what is it? But it's open up to the sky, it's wide, they're real vibrant colors, they grow in warm climates. So all of the citrus oils really help with uplifting the mood. Calm Child would be 3 drops of vetiver, 3 drops of Roman chamomile, and 4 drops of lavender. And this blend, along with the previous blend, to lighten up anytime you're trying to address mood, back of the brainstem is a good place to apply, on the chest, where they can actually be breathing that in as like their own little diffuser, behind the ears, on the pulse points. Those are really great places to put. And then also, as they're helping you rub it in, letting them cup their hands over their nose and inhaling, because that is going to be the quickest way to affect their mood. Quiet cough. So my daughter had a friend sleep over, and she had this crazy barkiness to her, and we were all going to bed. It was 11:30, and I thought, if I have to listen to this child cough all night, oh my goodness, this is not going to be fun. So I just kind of knocked on the door, and I asked her permission. I said, well, in our house we use oils. Is it okay if I put these on you? And she said, yeah. So I didn't have it in a roller, but what I did is she was about 11, so I put 1 drop of Arbor Vita in my palm with a couple drops of Carrier, and I just applied that over her throat and chest. And then I added 1 drop of frankincense and then a couple more drops of Carrier, and I layered the frankincense over the Arbor Vita. And I am not even joking you, we heard nothing for the rest of the night. It was amazing. So that's kind of my go-to for anything that's lingering respiratory-wise. I really, really value that blend. And then we have the Lullaby blend. This is 5 drops of the Calming blend, which is Serenity, and then 5 drops of cedarwood. If you don't have cedarwood, you can actually interchange vetiver with that as well. Both of them work really, really great. And again, back of the brainstem, you can even do bottoms of the feet for the little ones. The chest, you know, those are great places to apply that blend. The sniffles and the stuffies, we do 4 drops of lemon, 3 drops of frankincense, and 3 drops of the respiratory blend, which is called Breathe. Applying this to the chest, the back, maybe a little swab under the nose, really helps clear the respiratory airways, and it helps boost the immune system as well with the frankincense and the citrus oil. So these next 3 recipes are sprays. I don't know about you, but my daughters, when they go to school, it's like those little scented hand sanitizers are all the rave now, and some pretty serious issues have come about because there's enough alcohol in there, I think, to equate a shot of vodka, I want to say. I could be wrong. I'll have to check my statistics on that. But they end up licking this hand sanitizer because it's not like they have cotton candy and they have berry flavors, and it really does a lot of damage to their liver when they do that, but also when they're putting it on and they're being, you know, their skin is absorbing that. So we try to make our own. My girls aren't as good about this. They still like to use the smelly stuff, but we do 10 drops of the protective blend, which is On Guard, a teaspoon of aloe vera, and then if you can just get a 1-ounce glass spritzer bottle and fill it with water and just shake it. Shake it before you use it. That is a really great hand sanitizing spray. The monster spray, you know, sometimes kids don't want to go to sleep by themselves, and so this is just kind of a way for them to feel safe and secure, but at the same time we have the benefits of the lavender essential oil that's helping them relax and helping them drift off to sleep. So we would just add 5 drops of lavender to a 1-ounce spray bottle and fill the rest with water, and they can even shake it and spray it on their pillow and around their bed and just kind of be spritzing that little barrier around them. For a wound spray, we would use 2 to 4 drops each of lavender, Melaleuca, and frankincense. And then just adding it again to a 1-ounce glass spray bottle, filling with fractionated coconut oil and shaking it before each use. That's a great way to help your skin close up and do some repair. So you can take this in your backpack, your kids can take it to school, or maybe you take it camping or have it in your purse. So that's a great handy thing to have for kids. So I'm going to go through and just take a few minutes to touch on each of my little beauties here, what their favorite oils and blends are at this moment. So it kind of changes, you know, as they're experiencing different things. So this is Clara, and she is 12, and she's got a very small palate. Her teeth are very crowded, and she does need some dental work done. So she'll get some flare-ups from her jaw. And so we combined, this is in a 10 milliliter roller, and notice I'm using between 20 and 30 drops. And it's going to be 10 drops of the soothing blend, 10 drops of wintergreen, and 8 drops of frankincense. And she just applies that right on her jaw as she needs to. What I've noticed is, and we probably all do this, when it starts to feel better, she stops using it. And I feel like it would be best if she could do it twice a day when it's affecting her, and then just as more of a maintenance and preventative, just doing it once a day to keep it at bay. The next one is kind of my signature blend. I'm super excited about this one because it's worked across the board for my husband, for myself, for my kids, and it's our favorite go-to. It's the Let It Go blend, and we like to use this in any type of heightened situation or before bed, just to kind of let go of the day, anything that might be hanging onto her brain. Clara is a thinker. She reads a lot, so she gets, I mean, her brain just keeps going and she needs to shut it off. So we apply this to the bottoms of her feet, and we really focus on the big toe. Reflexology shows that the big toe is active in, you know, for the brain. So it's 2 drops of jasmine, 2 drops of helichrysum, 4 drops of ylang-ylang, 4 drops of the blend for women, which is Whisper, 4 drops of myrrh, 6 geranium, and 6 frankincense. And we mix that all in a 10 milliliter roller and fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. The blend in this ratio is actually good for her age, and it's good for us adults. I didn't make it any stronger for us. And if you don't have any jasmine, you can just add more of the ylang ylang and more of the whisper. That's probably one of our favorite blends in the evening right now. And then also the last one, the cranium soother. So with her jaw, you know, sometimes that will create extra tension in her head, and we have to layer some oils for her. So we take 1 to 2 drops each of lavender, frankincense, and peppermint, and we layer them. And we do it in this specific order. Lavender's first, so we do 1 to 2 drops of lavender in the palm, and then we'll add some fractionated coconut drops, and we'll just kind of rub that across her forehead, her temples, back of the brain, or base of the skull. Then we'll do it again with frankincense, and then we'll do it again with peppermint. And the reason we do peppermint last is because that oil has the properties that makes it kind of act like that driver, like the water would, and it'll push everything else into the skin and the cells faster. So anything that is tension or discomfort, if you, whatever you're applying, whatever oils you're applying, if you just quick put some peppermint on last, that just makes everything work better. So we go through a lot of peppermint for that reason. Okay, Amber, our middle child, she's 10, so we're doing more to the lower end of the 20 to 30 drops. So she's got about 24 in her rollers. And she has the growing legs one. So she'll complain at night, sometimes at the end of the day, depending on what activities she's done. And we'll just kind of rub her calves with this blend in the roller bottle. And then she has a blend that she uses at night, Knock Me Out. She doesn't really need much help, so we don't use this one as often. But it's a wild orange and vetiver 1-to-1 ratio. And then we have also a diffuser. So sometimes we'll use the oils topically, sometimes we'll use them in a diffuser, sometimes we'll do both. When it's that time of night and they're having trouble settling down, they actually are sharing a room right now and they're in bunk beds. So this happened a lot over the summer. It was really hard for them to go to bed when it was still light out. But I wasn't okay with them staying up till 10 o'clock every night. So we would get the diffuser going and just kind of have this in their room maybe 10 minutes before they came in for bed. And then Eleanor, she's about 1 year in this picture, so it's a little bit old, but she's 20 months now. And I feel like she started getting into her terrible 2 stage around 16 months. So we've been doing a tantrum tamer blend for her, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio of the calming blend, which is Serenity, and the grounding blend, which is Balance. And we just, you know, we're on the 1-to-1 ratio for her because she's under 2. So we're putting that on the bottoms of her feet, back of her neck, a little bit on her chest, or I'll put it on myself. And if I'm holding her and just trying to calm her, I'll just have her on my chest and she'll be breathing that in. The calming blend and the grounding blend were ones that we would use when she was real little too, because she did not like traveling in her car seat. And so we would put that in a spritzer and just kind of spray her car seat before we put her in it. And that really seemed to help just kind of give us a calm ride, helped her feel safe in there. The Star Baby blend is one that it's just kind of her scent now. We had started using that not to this dilution ratio, a little bit, you know, I think it was like a 1-to-1-to-1 in a 5 milliliter, but she, you know, if you could rub liquid gold on your baby's feet every day, wouldn't you? And so this is just kind of her being my best self blend, putting it on the bottoms of the feet, putting it on the back of her brainstem. You know, we don't use this every day, but we try to use it a couple times a week. And then the immunity blend, we use the Arbor Vita oil. There is a chemical, very unique structure to the Arbor Vita essential oil. It comes from the giant cedarwood tree, and it has a 6-sided carbon in its structure, which is very unique. And normally it's a 5-sided carbon. So when you're talking immunity and anything that can modify or replicate or, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Mutate and change according to its surroundings, you want something that it hasn't been exposed to. And a lot of those pathogens have not been exposed to a 6-sided carbon. So it's a very good blend for immunity. And it's actually not even a blend, it's a single oil. But we were using the protective blend with her, and she's just not old enough for it yet. It's still too strong of a blend with the clove and the cinnamon. For her, she actually gets a little bit of a rash when she goes in her diaper than when I'm using that blend. And it doesn't matter if I'm putting it on her feet. Obviously, I'm not giving it to her internally, but all the oils, whether you're using it aromatically, internally, or topically, it's going to get systemic in your body. So that's one that we stay away from for her age right now, and we'll try again later when she's a little bit older. But for now, I can use the Arborvitae oil, which is great. And then this is just a good activity to do with children anytime, making homemade Play-Doh, but adding essential oils adds that aromatherapy benefit to it. So the peppermint you might want to watch out for if you know they're young and they're going to be rubbing their eyes. But if they're old enough and they need some pick-me-up and wake-me-up, this is a good oil to add. You can also do lavender for calming or wild orange for grounding. But this is a good activity, and you know, lots of schools can do this. Sometimes schools won't let you diffuse the oils. It just depends on the situation. So this is a great way to expose a child to an essential oil experience without actually having to apply the oils on them. Okay, so we're going to attempt to play a video. If you go to doTERRA.com, they have some really great videos for you. And this is one just kind of introducing you to doTERRA. We want to make sure that you're ready for anything in your home. Again, we didn't realize how much we could use oils for as a preventative, but also, you know, in an acute situation. We really, really rely on our essential oils for everything. So I'm going to play this for you. Okay. So, what I would like to do is just real quickly go through the top 10 essential oils, starting with lavender. Lavender is all things calming. And if you notice at the bottom of these slides, you'll see the ATI. That's just kind of giving you a suggested way that you can use it and that it's safe to use it that way. So it's safe to use aromatically, topically, and internally. And then you can use it neat if you had to. I do recommend personally diluting all of your essential oils when using them, even with adults, even with those that don't have sensitive skin, because current research is showing that it's actually more effective. The oils can get carried into your cells quicker. There's less flash with the oil, flash off with the oil, which it's kind of like evaporation, so you're not wasting as much, and it's more effective and it's more cost effective as well. So you can diffuse lavender in a room or apply it topically. It's great, calming for the skin, calming for emotions. It's great for anything, during the summer with the bee stings or the bug bites, even in the kitchen, forget the ice. If you should happen to have an accident in the kitchen, go right for your lavender essential oil. Even around the campfire, when the loose ashes can kind of land on you or someone next to you, use your lavender essential oil. Lemon is clean and fresh. We use it if my girls come to me and they're like, oh, my throat, I'll mix a drop of this with the protective blend and they'll gargle it. My daughter, my middle child, Amber, does not like to do that, but she will because she knows that it works. It's so super effective. It's also great for cleaning and neutralizing odors. Again, we talked about uplifting the mood with essential oils, the citrus ones specifically. And then removing any sticky sap. I clean my refrigerator, the maple syrup, like anything on the glass, I use lemon essential oil for. And it's just a great all-around way to cleanse your system and boost your immunity. Peppermint is very cool and invigorating. You can use it to rinse your mouth. It's a great freshener. It's really great for increasing alertness. So if you are driving at night or working late shift or kind of have those afternoon lulls, you can use peppermint essential oil. And then using it when your body gets overheated. This is great in the summer for overexposure or for certain seasons of life when you're starting to have more fluctuation in your body temperature. You can put the peppermint in the spritzer and just kind of apply that to yourself when you're getting overheated. And then we talked about using it as a driver oil when you're applying it to the forehead for any tension. This one would be sensitive for children, not because necessarily it's a hot oil, but because it creates that cooling sensation and kids might not necessarily like that. Melaleuca is first aid for the skin, so you can apply it as part of a daily cleansing program. doTERRA actually has several skincare products that have the Melaleuca essential oil in it for this reason. You can use it with shampoo and conditioner. My oldest child, she's kind of at that age where, she washes her own hair now and she's responsible for her own personal hygiene, but doesn't do quite the job, doesn't get it quite as good as we would like her to. And so she'll have some buildup from the shampoo or conditioner that's not being rinsed out. She takes a really fast shower. So every couple weeks I'll have to go in and I use the doTERRA shampoo, but I add I add Melaleuca to it. And so I really get to get her scalp super clean with that. And it's kind of like a hair treatment for her. Great to take with you to the gym or if you're going to the pool. And then again, we talked about using it in wound care. Frankincense is the king of oils. We kind of have this saying, when in doubt, use frankincense, because it's pretty much good for everything. I would say lavender and frankincense are kind of two of the must-haves. You can use it to, dress wounds and address cuts and scrapes. We use it in our skincare line. You can apply it to the bottoms of the feet or again along the spine or even internally for immune function. It's great for memory, for lifting the mood, for clearing the chest. We talked about that with my daughter's friend that had her cough. So this is just a great oil to have on hand for everything. The protective blend, we talked a lot about that. Natural defense, this would be the On Guard from doTERRA. So diffusing it in a room to affect the air quality. So this would reduce any environmental threats that are airborne. We dilute it in a spray bottle, and it's kind of our sanitizer. We use it to sanitize our counters, our toilets, doorknobs, telephones, any type of surfaces that everybody's touching. Because if you think of a child, what are they but a walking petri dish? But everything they touch, and in fact, the child is going to get contaminated. So again, we mentioned diluting it and gargling it in the, when you're having a little tickle in your throat, and then taking several drops in an empty gel cap for added immune support. So doTERRA has an amazing, the On Guard, the protective blend is in a lot of doTERRA's products because it's been under the microscope so much. There's so much science to go behind it, and you can Google that on your own. But the On Guard Plus, they're actually kind of pre-made immune gel caps that we will take as a preventative if someone around us is sick, or if we feel anything coming on, we'll start to take it. So we go through about a bottle of that a month in our home. Just with our family of 5, we use it a lot. And then I would be doing a huge disservice if I didn't mention anything about nutrition for children. It's especially important this time of year when we aren't being exposed to as much sun and we're not creating that vitamin D for immunity. We're in enclosed areas that are contaminated, breathing in recycled air. We're eating more sugar, so not getting as much fresh air and exercise. So this is just kind of, this is a twin pack, and it's $52.67 retail, but when you buy it on your wholesale account, you can get it at a savings of $39.50. That's when you purchase them together in a pack. And I want to say the liquid, the IQ Omega, that in and of itself is it 36? $36.80 wholesale. And when you buy the trio, or the twin pack together, you're getting them both for $39.50. When you companion it with your adult supplements in the customizing program you can do through Loyalty Rewards, you're actually getting the twin pack for $25. So you guys, that's 50% off. They want your children to have that whole food nutrition. It is a gluten-free, dairy-free, wheat-free, soy-free, egg-free, nut-free with the omegas and the chewables. And it is safe for children ages 4 and up to take 2 tablets a day, or ages 2 to 4 can take 1 a day. And so, especially if your child is having any skin issues or respiratory issues or immunity issues, you have to look at their nutrition and their cellular health. Just to kind of touch a little bit quickly here, you have some pathways in your system that are responsible for eliminating the waste that we hang on to, any toxins. The colon and the liver and the kidneys are those primary chimneys. So when those get backed up and they can't do their job, what's going to happen? But the skin is going to step in. Okay, that other chimney. The lungs are going to step in. That's another chimney. The blood or the lymphatic system, those will invitingly step in to pull up any slack that the liver, kidneys, and colon are not able to address. So at the bare minimum, getting your child a safe omega-3 369 blend, and this one's been tested for over 250 contaminants, including heavy metals, and then looking at a whole food nutrition. It's easy to chew. It has a great strawberry flavor. There's no high fructose corn syrup or artificial colors or sweeteners or flavors. It contains a superfood blend that helps support that overall health and wellness. Lots of great stuff in there, and it tastes amazing. So look into that for your children as a great foundation. So with natural solutions, you are in control. What I want to do now is just, we're going to kind of go over the membership of doTERRA, because there's a couple different ways you can get these products and oils in your home. So we're going to go over the kits and how to enroll. Creating a personal wellness account at wholesale savings makes you a doTERRA wellness advocate. That's what it's called. It's an amazing opportunity to purchase these certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils and essential oil products at 25% below the retail cost. It works just like Sam's Club and Costco. With an enrollment charge of $35, you will have access to all of the products at a 25% discount and can even purchase at below wholesale pricing through the optional loyalty rewards program, and we'll talk more about that. So as you learn how to use oils, this program will save you a ton of money. There is a renewal fee after becoming a wellness advocate. Annually, your renewal fee for the wholesale membership is just $25, and they also send you a free bottle of peppermint, which has a retail value of $27.33. So it's basically free. What I'm going to do for you now is we are going to play the membership video. So this is becoming a wholesale member. Super easy to do. Anybody can do it. You can do it online or in person, and talk to the person that invited you to watch this webinar today. So we're going to watch this video. It's about 1.5 minutes. Okay, so while doTERRA offers a retail option, the vast majority of people, essential oil users, they opt in for the personal wellness account instead because they can purchase at wholesale prices. Again, it works just like Costco or Sam's Club, where you pay your annual membership fee and then you are entitled to wholesale pricing for the entire year. There's no minimum order, there's no obligation to sell, and it gives you a much deeper discount. The 25% off, the loyalty rewards, you can actually opt to receive 10 to 30% of your orders back in points. So we've been using doTERRA for a couple years now. I'm going to actually put up a offer here where you can download that program PDF that's going to kind of go into more detail, but it allows you to get 10 to 30% of your order back in points that you can then turn around and redeem just like cash. When you order through the loyalty rewards program, you also get your shipping credited back to you in the form of points, and those accumulate over time with your free product credit points. This is kind of this little piggy bank that you can then cash in all at once, or you can cash them in a little bit at a time. Also, when you participate in that monthly loyalty rewards program, you can receive more free products if you purchase at a certain level. And it's 125 points, which is about dollars depending on what you order, and that has to ship out by the 15th of the month, and they automatically ship you the free product that month. It's awesome. You also get a personal website that you can use if you'd like to share essential oils with others. That's free with your membership. And then it gives you the opportunity to add an income to your household if that's something you're interested in doing. So at this time, we are going to show the Loyalty Rewards program video. It really is the best way to get essential oils. You can choose not to do this program, and that's totally fine. You'll still get your 25% off. But it is the smartest way to get your products. So not only do you receive the wholesale pricing, but you also receive the additional 10 to 30% back in product credit points. So this video is about 2 minutes, and we'll get this loaded up for you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go over the kits. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a kit PDF so you can actually look at the enrollment kit. We're going to go through each one individually here, but you can download this PDF so that you can see what options you have available. I want you to be able to make an informed decision. So wholesale is nice, but below wholesale is even better. One of the main benefits of setting up a personal wellness account is that you have the one-time option of purchasing this enrollment kit. These kits allow you to start off with all of the most popular oils, plus your $35 enrollment fee is waived. There are a variety of the kits, but we're going to go through some of the most popular ones that give you the most bang for your buck. Okay, the bigger the kit, the bigger the bonuses and savings. Some of them even fast track you to jumpstart your rewards, and we'll go through that right now. So one of the top kits that gives you the most bang for your buck is the Every Oil Kit. This includes rare single oils like Melissa and Roman Chamomile, but it includes every essential oil that doTERRA carries, plus a cloud diffuser, which has an interval time that you can set how much concentration of the essential oil you're diffusing in the air, has the fractionated coconut oil in a carrying case, and plus it has the new emotional aromatherapy kit, which I'm so super excited about. This kit will save you, because you're buying it all in a bundle, you save $285.65 below wholesale. So remember, you're purchasing below wholesale with this kit. And then what they do is they turn around and gift you $200 in free product credits when you process your first month's order at 100 points or more. So you're going to want to make sure you ask your person that invited you to this webinar more on that, and or download the Loyalty Rewards Program flyer. So that's a fast track to your rewards. If you jump on board with this kit, you start earning back your points at 20%. After 3 months, you'll jump up to 25%, and then after 6 months, you'll be earning 30% of your orders back each and every single month that you order. So that is a really great investment for you. The Diamond Kit is the top kit for the most value. It is the best option for going all in and is the wisest investment in your health. It saves you over $800 below wholesale, and you get to spend $400 on pretty much anything you want after you process your next month's order for 100 points. They're also fast tracking your rewards. You save 25%, or I should say you get back 25% of every single order. And that's on top of your original 25% off. So you're actually getting your oils for about 50% below retail at this point. One thing with this kit I just want to mention is that it does include the Every Oil Kit. So it includes that actually, when you add up the Every Oil Kit with what you're saving, it's $200 in wholesale value in oils that you're getting with this kit. It has the Emotion Kit, which retails for $212. It has the Virage skincare line, which is my absolute favorite because it's all natural, plant-based preservatives. It is amazing for your skin. Everybody that uses it notices a difference after the first time. It's my favorite. And a set of that will last you 6 months. So it's not something that you're buying every month. But that Virage, that skincare line, is $113 retail. And then it includes the Aromalight diffuser, which is also $120 retail. Those 3 things right there, the Every Oil Kit, the Emotion Kit, the skincare line, and the diffuser, that adds up to $2,500 right there. Look at what you're getting. You're getting all of these extra skin products, all of the extra wellness lifestyle products, the household products, the supplement line, the carrying case. You're getting all of that included into this kit. So it's a huge, huge savings, plus you're getting an extra $400 to spend later. If you want it like more of a middle ground approach, then we have the Natural Solutions Kit. This is actually our most popular kit. You still get a great variety of oils and a lot of the wellness household products to go along with, and all those great benefits. You fast track your rewards. You start at 15%. So you're earning 15% rebate back on all of your purchases. You're saving about $98 below wholesale. And you're going to get $100 in product credits that you can spend at a later time when you process your next month's order at 100 points. So this is a really great value. It's a great medium approach. Then if you want a more economical option, you can start with the bare minimum oils. Those are the top 10 oils that we went through in this webinar. And you get a diffuser with this kit, so you're able to start using that aromatic benefit. This is just kind of the basics for all of the homes. These are the essentials that you're going to want to have. This program, or this kit, excuse me, would start you on your rewards at the 10% level. So after 3 months of ordering consistently, you're going to bump up to 15% back. And then after another 3 months, it bumps up to 20%, then 25%, and then finally, after a year, you're getting 30% of your order back in product credit points. And again, that's on top of your 25% off. The last kit I'm going to go over is the Family Physician Kit. This is basically you're paying for some great samples here. This is a great mini starter kit. It's great for travel. We have a separate Family Physician Kit. My husband takes it to work with him. So he's got his own stash there. I put a stash of this in our diaper bag. So when we're traveling, I always have these emergency oils in my bag. And then it also comes with the Peppermint and On Guard beadlets. So again, with all of these kits, your $35 membership fee is waived, and you get to start out with more bang for your buck. So how do you get started? For those of you that have not, set up your membership yet, I'm going to tell you how to do that. So in just a short time, doTERRA has changed numerous lives in every way imaginable. If you are ready to get started, you're going to need to get in touch with the person that invited you to watch this webinar. They are waiting to help you get started. Don't forget to ask them about promotions that you may qualify for, okay? It's very important that you connect with them, because when you're ready to get started, they will be your enroller. They will be your main support, and they should be someone that you know, like, and trust, okay? If you and I have been working together, awesome. I'm so excited that you took the time out to watch this webinar. I would like to continue to support you as you move through the enrollment process and into the learning phase. Okay, working with someone who has used essential oils before will help first-time users have a more beneficial and enjoyable experience. Education is very important to me, and I like to work very closely with my new members for their first 4 to 6 weeks. So I encourage you, if you want to do it yourself online, that's great. You can visit my website, and my Wellness Advocate number is 301583. Otherwise, please get in touch with me. You can email me. What I would do, if I see that you've watched this webinar, I'll probably get in touch with you. So that's kind of how you get started. And then after that, you're able to, after you get your account set up online, you're able to go and just kind of log into your back office and kind of play around in there. It's a really great benefit for you to be able to have that power to order what you need when you need it. And it's a really great way for you to get the most savings. Some of the specific packages they have just for members, and even more for those loyalty reward members that order a little bit every month. So I just truly want to thank you for joining me for this webinar. I hope that it was worth your time. I hope that you received some positive information that you hadn't known before. I hope you learned something new. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.